Welcome to Mythstory and Legends. Today, we begin our epic journey into the life of Heracles, one of the most celebrated heroes of Greek mythology. From his miraculous birth to his legendary trials, Heracles' story is a profound saga of triumph and tragedy. In this episode, we uncover the origins of Heracles, exploring his divine heritage and early signs of the extraordinary life that lay ahead. Stay with us as we trace the footsteps of a hero born from the heavens and bound to the earth. The divine lineage and birth of Heracles. In the pantheon of Greek mythology, few figures are as legendary as Heracles, born of Zeus, the supreme ruler of the Olympian gods, and Alcmene, a mortal woman of striking grace and virtue. This union, however, was steeped in deception. Zeus, renowned for his amorous escapades, adopted the guise of Alcmene's husband Amphitryon, returning victorious from war. Under the veil of night, he descended upon earth, his divine presence cloaked in mortal facade. This celestial encounter was orchestrated with precision, a testament to Zeus's longing and Alcmene's unsuspecting innocence. From this union, Heracles was conceived a child of sky and earth, destined to live amidst gods yet bound by mortal flesh. His birth was not merely an event of familial joy, but a cosmic disturbance that reverberated through the heavens and across the earth. Hera, the queen of the gods and Zeus's wife, found no solace in her husband's infidelities. Her heart, a cauldron of bitterness, brewed plots and schemes. Heracles, innocent yet the embodiment of Zeus's betrayal, became the focal point of her wrath. Determined to eradicate any trace of Zeus's indiscretion, Hera sent two monstrous serpents to slay Heracles in his very cradle. The silence of the night was shattered by the gasps of the nursemaid as she beheld the slithering doom approaching. Yet, where death loomed, fate intervened. Heracles, a mere infant, showcased the burgeoning might of his divine lineage. With unyielding grip and the innocence of a child unaware of his own strength, he seized the serpents. Their lethal intentions were quashed between the tiny, powerful hands of the demigod, who turned his first brush with death into a spectacle of survival and strength. This miraculous survival spread like wildfire throughout Greece, heralding the rise of a new hero. Heracles' feat was no mere child's play, but a clear sign of his future path, one strewn with challenges both mortal and divine. As tales of his divine strength grew, so did the interest of kings and scholars, each eager to see how the son of Zeus would shape his destiny. As Heracles grew, his divine heritage continued to manifest in feats of strength and acts of courage, each more remarkable than the last. Yet, his journey was not to be without its trials. Bound by the whims of gods and the machinations of fate, Heracles' story is one of raw power tempered by profound challenges, a narrative we will continue to explore as he steps into the broader world of heroes and legends. As we delve deeper into the life of Heracles, exploring his education, early adventures, and the tragic fate that would define his legacy and lead him towards the path of redemption through his legendary labors. Education and early adventures. As Heracles transitioned from boyhood to youth, it was clear that his education would not be ordinary. Under the tutelage of the centaur Chiron, known for his wisdom and nurturing of many future heroes, Heracles learned more than just the arts of war. Chiron taught him to harness his strength with precision, to blend might with wisdom, a curriculum designed for a demigod. Among his many lessons, Heracles was also tutored in music, an essential discipline for well-rounded Greek education. His teacher was Linus, the son of Apollo, a master musician whose skills were unparalleled. Linus was not only a mentor in music, but also in patience and temperance, qualities that Heracles found challenging to embrace. Despite his best efforts, Heracles' progress in music did not match his achievements in physical feats. His frustration grew, as did the tension between him and Linus. One fateful day, this tension reached its zenith. During a particularly rigorous session, Linus reprimanded Heracles harshly for a mistaken note, a common practice intended to perfect the student's skill, but ill-received by the burgeoning hero. The reprimand ignited a spark of rage in Heracles, a trait inherited perhaps from his divine father Zeus, known for his own explosive anger. In a moment of uncontrolled fury, Heracles lashed out. The instrument of his learning, the lyre, became the instrument of his wrath. With a single reflexive swing, he struck Linus on the head, a blow that proved fatal. The death of Linus was a pivotal moment in Heracles' life. It marked the first time his divine strength had disastrous consequences in a mortal realm. This incident not only ended his music lessons, but also served as a grim reminder of the dangerous power he possessed, power that needed control and guidance. Heracles' actions brought upon him the ire of his elders and the scrutiny of his peers. Exiled from the music school and shunned by those who feared his temper, Heracles was confronted with the stark reality of his existence, a demigod among men, his every action fraught with potential peril. This early life lesson underlined the importance of mastering not just physical strength, but emotional discipline, setting the stage for the trials and tribulations that would define his path to heroism. Despite this early tragedy, Heracles' journey continued. His reputation as a formidable warrior grew, leading to his first significant challenge, the battle with the lions of Mount Cithaeron. As Heracles grew into his strength and reputation, his adventures began to echo across the land of Greece. Among these early feats, none showcased his burgeoning heroism quite like the battle with the lions of Mount Cithaeron. This mountain, shrouded in dark legends and the cries of beasts, had become a place of terror for the local inhabitants. The lions of Mount Cithaeron were not mere beasts, but monstrous creatures, their manes like shadows and eyes like burning coals. They preyed not only on the livestock, but ventured ever closer to human settlements. King Thespius, ruler of the region, desperate to protect his people and kingdom, sought a hero who could face this peril. Heracles, seeking to prove his mettle, answered the call. With nothing but his lion skin cloak and club, hand-carved from the strongest olive wood, he set out to confront these fearsome beasts. His journey to Mount Cithaeron was not just a hunt, but a mission to secure his place as a protector of the people. Under the cloak of night, the mountain air thick with tension, Heracles approached the lair of the lions. The battle that ensued was a spectacle of raw power and bravery. The lions, swift and ferocious, met their match in the hero, who countered their every move with unyielding strength and cunning. By dawn, the silence that fell over Mount Cithaeron was telling. Heracles emerged from the darkness, his figure solitary against the first light, the bodies of the slain lions at his feet. This victory was not just a testament to his physical prowess, but to his strategic mind and courage. With the threat vanquished, the gratitude of King Thespius and his people knew no bounds. Heracles' feat secured him a place of honor and began a lasting bond with the king, who would later play a significant role in his destiny. The tale of the lions not only spread throughout the region, but also added a legendary chapter to the saga of Heracles, reinforcing his status as a figure of immense heroism and divine favor. As we continue to explore the heroic deeds of Heracles, each adventure brings us closer to understanding the complexities of his character, a hero not just born of divine lineage, but made through the trials of courage and determination. His success against the lions not only secured local gratitude, but also deepened the bond between Heracles and King Thespius, who saw in him both a hero and a potential heir. Yet Heracles' destiny lay beyond the palace walls. His heart yearned for challenges that matched his strength and spirit. Amidst these early feats, Heracles' might and character were tested, shaped by both success and the shadows of his divine heritage. Each adventure, each trial on this journey, forged him not just as a warrior, but as a symbol of the complexity of heroism, mighty yet fallible, divine yet deeply human. The tragic turning point. Heracles, having found a semblance of peace and fulfillment in his personal life, was surrounded by the love of his wife, Megara, and their children. In this domestic bliss, the hero of great battles and savior of peoples hoped he had finally outrun the shadow of his divine birthright. But the gods, particularly Hera, watched his mortal happiness with growing resentment. Hera, the queen of the gods, harbored a deep-seated hatred for Heracles, the living reminder of her husband Zeus's infidelity. Her vengeance, patient and calculating, sought the most devastating of revenges, striking Heracles not through direct confrontation, but by turning his greatest strength into his worst nightmare. Under the cover of night, as Heracles lay sleeping beside his family, Hera unleashed a cruel spell of madness upon him. It twisted his perceptions, morphing his tranquil home into a battlefield filled with enemies. In this distorted reality, Heracles believed his loved ones were hostile warriors from his past, coming to exact revenge. The hero, gripped by delusion, acted in what he believed was defense. His mighty hands, which had once fought lions and giants, now tragically turned against his own family. When the spell broke, the horrifying truth revealed itself. His home was silent. The battle he thought he fought was but an illusion, and the cost of this phantom war was unspeakable. Heracles, his mind cleared but his heart shattered, faced the ruins of his own actions. The pain of this moment transcended the physical battles he had endured. He had been a protector, a hero, but under the yoke of Hera's curse, he had become the destroyer of his own cherished world. In his agony, Heracles sought isolation, unable to bear the presence of those who reminded him of his tragic deed. His journey to atone began with a solitary pilgrimage to Delphi, the sanctuary of Apollo, seeking guidance and purification. The oracle, a voice of the divine, awaited him, ready to set him on a path that would define the course of his legendary labors. This pivotal moment in Heracles' life was not merely a tale of loss and madness, but a profound narrative of human fragility and the quest for redemption. Through his 12 labors, Heracles would not only seek to cleanse his soul, but also to reclaim his place as a hero, not defined by his strength alone, but by his enduring spirit to overcome. Join us next time on Mythstory and Legends as we follow Heracles through each of his 12 labors, tales of bravery, cunning, and resilience that define the essence of a hero. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on this legendary journey.